Hi everyone, so today we'll be making the card you saw in the thumbnail there using some of the new LDRS Creative Summer Collection releases. I did bring out all of them again just to let you know that they do also have bundles, so like, you know, stencils and the better press plate or however, but I know they also have a bundle of the backgrounds like this one, and this one at, you know, a discounted price. So just want to let you know about the bundles. A lot of times if I know that there is one, I'll mention it, but I don't feel like I mentioned that the very first time when I unboxed everything. So, LDRS Creative did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for doing that. If you would like, they'll be in the description box. You just click on like show more under the video title and it should expand for you. So my idea today is I'll be using this guy and maybe doing a little something fun with this, something different, something unexpected, so we'll see. But I'll focus on the Wildflower Wreath layering stencil and foil plate. They do sell them separately, but they do have a bundle of the two together. And I do want to mention that Angie over there at LDRS Creative does have a YouTube channel, and on Thursdays she does like a live hour or so, and sometimes she'll work with like a bundle set or what she calls like a class set, and you guys can pick that up in that way, right? In those kind of bundles. So I'll have the link for all of the summer collection and then specifically to the things I'll be using. And then the bundles I just mentioned, I guess I'll go ahead and link those too. So we'll just hop to it. So let me grab my Letterpress. I will use some Letterpress ink, of course. Having said that, I do have like the Spellbinders Letterpress ink, but the hybrid, the LDRS Creative hybrid inks work really well with this also. So if you want to use some fun colors, you know, they have hundreds of colors. So I will be right back. So for right now, I'm just going to take this guy, and I'm just going to do this with the sentiment and everything. Kind of artsy. I did get an A2 size card base. That's not quite an A2 size card base, but yeah. So if you're making your own, that would be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I do have a whole topper that I'll probably, you know, cut down, but for now this is 4 1/4 by 5.5, so it's a complete A2. And just in white paper, but you know, you can stencil on colored paper like pink or, you know, light blue, whatever it is you like. I think that'd be really lovely. So we have this guy here. We're just gonna pop this on here. And I do want it to be a little bit artsy, so maybe off to the side. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered your image there. And the piece of the paper that you want facing up, like the side of the paper, should I say, you definitely want that to face down right now. Hey, where's my other one? There it is. I tell you. Alright. I'll take this guy. And you know, wherever you place this, when you put it down, it's going to be on the opposite side, right? So it's like a reverse image, I don't know, mirror image, what do you call that? There you go. And then our words, of course, facing correctly, that'd be great. What I'm thinking of doing is having this come off the edge a little bit. Now this thing is really, really magnetic, so there you go. I'll bring it off the side. And then this guy. Paying attention to that it is straight. You know, you have your grid lines here that kind of help you with that. Really, I'm looking more at these words because this is kind of a stylized, funky little Y here. So if it goes across, that's about good. And also when you trim it down, if you're going to use the die, you can also kind of manipulate your die in a way that makes it more straight. If it happens to be a little bit off. Okay. I'm going to get this guy going. That's pretty good. And then just take a quick look and make sure none of the fabric from your ink pad got on there, because it has happened to me. Not great. It'll definitely leave a mark. Like whatever it is, whatever ink color you use, it'll just be there and it gets on your project. So just make sure nothing kind of flaked off of there. I'm just going to run that through. Looks really nice. I love Lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm going to clean up a little bit. You can use your archival ink cleaner. LDRS Creative has an extreme clean that works on that too, and as I've said before, you want to dab, dab, dab. It has like a little felt top that you don't want to pull off if you're like rubbing. So I'll just do that. Wipe that down with a paper towel, and I will be right back. Clean that up, put it to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this colored in here. I have these guys. So we have 1, 2, 3 stencils, and basically your first one is going to do, let me see here, if I have this that way, because I just did whatever fun thing I wanted to do with it on the side. So it'll be most of the flower. The second stencil is just like accent colors on your flowers, and then the last one is more of the greenery, and then the flower center. So I'm going to grab some inks, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm just going to grab a grip mat. Just help me out with this, but again, if you don't have something like that, just tip it down. You know what, I didn't pay attention to these little guys. Oh, you know, they can be the same color. I just grabbed orange and yellow and things like that to color in like that kind of daisy looking flower, and the other one that reminds me of a poppy, so that's what I was going to go for. But if you want to do different colors, you can definitely do that. I think I'm going to keep it very simple. So orange and red was lovely, would be lovely for your poppies. How about really, really deep orange? How about that? So we'll start here, and I'll let it even go out to the side there. Again, then there's a little one, like a little tip of a flower there, and then this guy over here. Let's not forget him. And then this one. And since I went with the deepest orange I have, actually the next one maybe I'll use red. Let's do that. Okay, so you have that guy. So I guess I'm done with that. Get some yellow, and I said water-based ink, right? Because you don't want to reactivate the archival ink in any way. So, oh, I was going to remove that. Nope, I still am using that. I'm just going into this yellow. Starting with center. Okay. I can rinse these off very easily. It's just water-based ink, so it just rinses right off with water. Then we have this guy. And what they do is they have little kind of like etched lines, and that helps you know where you need to place this. And so you just use that little etched line to help you out, but also, the edges of the ink or your Letterpress ink or however you do that. And I'm just making sure they're all lined up really nicely. That looks good. Okay. Oh yeah. So there's a couple new plants here, or flowers, that are going to be colored in. And I'm going with red, remember, so not super duper dark red, but just something a little deeper than what I have there. Oh, let me grab one of these guys, because I didn't plan on using red, and now I'm using it, so I need a different little guy. Now I could use that same orange and gone over it again, and it would just be that much deeper in those areas, because again, as you reapply more and more color, it gets deeper and deeper, right? So I'm just going to go right in here. I'm just doing that carefully. If you want to mask this flower, you can definitely do that. I think I got a little bit on the tip of that one there, but that's alright. Okay. And then I'll go for a darker yellow for the center of this guy. And I'll kind of brush out this way. Okay, I think that's it for this one, or on this one. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm telling you, LDRS Creative, they just do the nicest. And this one has 3 stencils, and you still have a lot of depth, which is really nice. Let me put away some of these items. We'll do the last bit of greenery. Okay, so our last stencil, again, has mostly greenery and some of these centers. So let's just get this guy on here. And again, I'm looking, you have all the etched lines, but really I'm just looking for those leaves. And lining those guys up in a nice way. And paying attention to down over here also. There we go. And a little more out. And that looks really great. Okay, so I'm going to go in with one shade of green, but I mean you can change that up. I'm going to go like in here. I may pay attention to that very base a little more so that the shade of green kind of is a little more organic. And then here I'm going to go this way. I'm putting my finger over the little tiny mask area. And then that, I mean, it could be green. I was thinking about using some brown, so let me grab a little bit of brown ink, which I was going to use next anyhow. So I'll have that guy there. And let me grab a little tool here with some nice dark brown centers. Just right in there. I think those are the only ones. Yep. I mean, how pretty is that? Look at that, crisp, gorgeous. Okay, I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm going to take this off of here. When you use a grip mat, it's better to roll it off the back so that this paper doesn't get all warped and funky. I think I'm just going to do a whole complete topper because I got really close to the L here and I really like everything that's going on, so I think I'm just going to make it like that. But what I wanted to do was something a little bit funky, a little different with this guy. So again, these are honestly are just like metal stamps. So I can take it off of this or just leave it, but I guess I'll remove it from the carrier. What I was planning on doing is just, actually I probably should have brought that other thing back. Here, let's use this. I'm going to do a little inking, but it's going to get a little messy. So there we go. What I'm planning on doing is just taking like this burlap ink and just kind of putting some around the very edges. Not everywhere, but just a little something. And just being a little artsy about it. So again, just a little pat, not too much. Then I'm going to take this and set it right on top and just kind of give it a little something. Now you can definitely use a brayer to do this, or what's it called? Like a dauber. And it just adds a little something. Look at that! I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, yeah, I guess that's it. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's bring our card base back. And I'm going to pop that on there, and looks pretty good. I'm trying to see because the other one was manufactured. See how it's a little bit bigger than I would want, so I'm going to take a little bit off of that. You know, I didn't make that card base. It was already like that, so I don't know. But I did cut this piece of paper, so that's the part that's a little bit off. Okay. And I'll take a little tiny bit off of this bottom part too, I think. Yeah. Okay guys, if you want to do some inking around the edges, all that kind of thing, I mean, that'd be really nice too, but I think for me, I'm just going to pop that on there and just have like that little distressed background, really nice and crisp flowers. I love it. Let me just glue that on. So hopefully that showed you a little something different to do with a plate. I think I've shown you guys in the past that you can just ink things up, or use your sentiment ones, just ink them up and just do a quick stamping. The whole point of the Letterpress plate, or the Letterpress plate, or the impression plates, as LDRS Creative calls theirs, is to embed that the lines, right, your image. So you can hear how my finger kind of falls into the grooves of that. And then here is just a really soft kind of background. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links there again for the full collection, the different bundles that I discussed. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.